What is going on, brothers and sisters? Eric Rosen here. I am your beardless internal strength coach, here to show you how to overcome your greatest challenges so you can shine your brightest light. I offer personal training as well as coaching. If you're interested, you can send me an email, ericrosencoaches@gmail.com. Tonight's topic is about conflict with transformation, and then also the consequences that can come from resisting change because of your conflict. So, kind of a little bit of a bizarre, um, channeling I had today where I had this image come through right away about image of a frog like red-eyed frog, and as I went deeper with this, I think the reason that I'm seeing a frog is because it's a time of transition, it's a time of transformation. That's essentially what the frog represents. It's transition going from basically the water as a tadpole, like to the earth as the frog. So, what I got from this was, um, it's a good time for doing emotional clearing. It's a good time for doing your shadow work. It's a good time for basically just anything that you can do in your life right now that basically clears like the toxic energy from your life, and that allows you to um, not only explore your emotions deeper, but because the frog moves from the water to the earth, I think it's getting clear on where you stand with your emotions and then manifesting from that place based on how you feel. So I also drew a card for this. It was the five of rods upright. So what I was seeing is that there's while there's like internal conflict with change, whatever change is going on in your life, there's also the conflict of other people, other people's opinions, what other people think about what you're doing with your life. And while it is valuable to listen to what everyone else has to say, ultimately you need to create your life. You need to manifest from the place that is from your truth, that is from the place of that you know what feels right. Now, things may not it, you know emotions are changing a lot. Your perspectives are changing a lot, ideas, and it can really keep you on your toes, and it can make it really hard to choose a path, to choose, because the frog also represents like letting old beliefs die, letting old structures go, and like creating new ones. So there can be this conflict of like which new territory to move into, where to build from, and you may have issues being like 100% clear, like this is the way that I'm supposed to go, this feels right. And I think that it's, you know, assessing all of your emotions and even valuing the opinions of others, but selecting what feels the most right. Because I think with this, there's not going to be like this perfect thing of like, this is right. You're going to kind of have to go into some unknown territory. I think it's like, I don't know why the number, like 80, you're 87% sure, like that's the highest certainty that you can have. And then other 13% is like the unknown, the uncertainty. So it's like this leap of faith that you're going to have to take, that, this is the new road, this is the new um, belief structure, the new thing to manifest from that you need to go with. So I also had this image of, like the frogs like in the forest, and like a wizard, kind of like the forest wizard Radagast from Lord of the Rings. Um, and it was really interesting, and basically what I saw was this wizard kind of like, not like that wizard, but it's almost like Father Time, or even like the planet Saturn in Capricorn right now, which also rules time, where it's like you got all these frogs like hopping around, like we're all going through these transitions, and it's like if we don't kind of if we resist the change, if we resist putting in the work, like doing the work to, work through all of this and like move into this new territory, it's kind of like I see this wizard kind of like kicking our ass around, like I don't know, doing like wizard shit, like I don't know, throwing flames or something at us. But I also, on the flip side, can see this thing where it's like the wizard and the frogs and everybody's like in harmony with each other too. Kind of like the frogs like singing in the forest, and the wizard kind of like, I don't know, like maybe kind of like the orchestrator or something like that. Kind of bizarre, thing to see in this visualization I had today. But I think it just goes to show this possibility that if everybody chooses to go in a new direction that they feel is right, even though it may seem like it's in conflict with the direction that others want to see you go in, or even the direction they want to see you stick with, the one that you've already been in that obviously probably isn't working for you, that it all can have this bizarre way of just working out, this way of like you don't know how things are going to happen in unison, like the frogs like singing in harmony. You don't know how this harmony is going to happen because there's this discord, there's this internal discord and then an external discord with others. But if you go from the place that feels right, I think that it can have a place where things just they work out one way or another, and it can actually be a thing where, as times are changing in the world, if people move in that direction and choose to change together, we can live in this new world in harmony as opposed to maybe like some disharmony. I don't know. But that's what I got for you guys. Um, Conflict, really you're just going to have to get over the fear and just pick what's best and just move forward from it. Don't be afraid to pick the wrong path, especially if it only feels like it's 87% right. I would not be afraid that, oh, this doesn't feel right, this isn't the right way to go. There's just that's the unknown, that's the fear of the unknown. You need to go with it. Don't be afraid if these other people do not agree with what you're doing. You have to act from this place of alignment of that you're as certain as you can be that you're moving in the right direction. And really, like, why would life be about picking what others want you to do? Like, that's just on a sidebar, like, so bizarre to think that is ever the best option, to like make others happy. Like, everybody's in charge of their own happiness, and ultimately, it's not only picking the path that feels right to you, but then also in turn giving that energetic space to others to allow them to select their own path, their own truth without judgment. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys today. A little bit of interesting things that came to me today, but that's what I have for you. So yeah, personal training's available. Even though we're talking about frogs and wizards and shit, I know how to get you guys fit. So, and same thing with the coaching. Whatever level you guys are interested in going into, whether that is your health, your fitness, your emotional state, you want to talk about relationships or even more of these spiritual concepts. It's wherever you want to go. It's your transformation. Okay. And it's not, just one more thing, like, it's not selfish to want to improve yourself. It's not selfish to pick your own path. What's selfish is when people try to project onto you what they think that you should be doing. That's selfish, because that's not letting somebody else live their freedom. It's interesting I used the word freedom. I also had this I also had this image earlier of the Smurfs. And if you know anything about the Smurfs, they're like like they represent freedom, like they're very free. The little, blue guys, and I guess the girls are like, they're very free race, and they all have different personalities, but somehow they all coalesce. They all get along. Like, you can have everything from, the grumpy Smurf, to like the happy Smurf, and all their tales are actually about bold adventure. So it's like bold adventure, like venturing into the unknown, and that's what we're being asked to do right now. So decide which fucking Smurf you are, and team up, with your Smurf brethren that are different from you, but um, I think ultimately, deep down, want to see the same thing, and that's just peace in life, and yeah, just a new world. So that's what I got for you guys today. I will talk to you guys later in love and truth. You guys take care.